I'm Cantor Elizabeth Berkey, and I run the Jews by Choice program at Anshe Emet Synagogue.
We have dinner.
Yes.
Is there anything that's done afterwards, or?
Wonderful question. So there is actually a lengthy blessing that is recited after the meal, and that can also be found in here, and you can, again, do it in the English.
I take for Yom Kippur, is it different? So, because there's fasting involved in the holidays, so
right.
Are these before or after?
Great question. For Yom Kippur, actually, before your meal, you won't actually light the candles until you're ready to leave for the synagogue, and it will happen after the meal because your meal is before the holiday starts. So you'll probably say the hamotzi. You'll probably have bread at your meal, but there isn't a kiddush that's part of that meal, because that is the kiddush. When we say the blessing over the wine or the grape juice, that is sanctifying that day. But when we have the meal that's before a fast, it's actually not that day yet. So there's no kiddush for it. So you may have the hamotzi, and you'll certainly say the blessing after the meal, thanking God for the meal. And then just sort of as you're getting ready to leave the house, if you feel comfortable lighting your candles and leaving them unattended, you will do that and then go to services for Yom Kippur in particular. That timing is a little tricky.
And that fasting, so in that sense, it's have a meal early or in the afternoon, go to service generally at sundown?
Right, so that service that Rabbi Dror mentioned is called Kol Nidre, and the beginning part of that service is done actually just prior to sundown, or as the sun is setting. So very often people will have their meal around 4:30 or 5 o'clock to make sure that they can be organized and finish up and clean up as much as they want, and then make it to synagogue in time for Kol Nidre.
And after that meal, then we're not going to have anything until after sundown the following day.
Correct.
And is that going to be just generally the same process with the candles and the kiddush or no?
Actually, that is just a regular day. So there are no candles lit. There's no kiddush. There's most likely hamotzi, because anytime you have bread at a meal, then you would say hamotzi. But it is just a regular day meal. Right up the day after Yom Kippur is just a regular day. So there's no sanctification with the candles and the wine. Good question.
This one's going to sound very strange. Is there any special or particular dish or meal that you or others may associate with the closing of, I guess, the day of Yom Kippur?
Different families, good question, have different traditions. So I grew up in a family where we had my grandmother's coffee cake to break fast. So, and it would be sitting there on the counter for all of Yom Kippur, and you'd get home like at the break of services, and you'd see this coffee cake, and you know that it was coming, right? So we would break fast always with a dairy meal, but different people have different traditions. Since I've moved on and been in different communities, very often people will have like these parties, and it'll be just like a potluck, and people will bring quiche and kugel and salads, and it's just sort of like, it really becomes kind of like a big festive, joyous thing. You're sort of like on the spiritual high, so it's nice to be together with the community to continue that feeling of being on this high and just enjoying the joy of the moment.